When my lover, Simon, whispers my name into my ear, feverishly telling me how much he wants and needs me, I feel lightheaded with desire. At home, I hear my name called out with great urgency all the time, usually by my husband, Andrew, wanting to know where the other half of his favorite pair of socks has gone. Otherwise, it's my teenage daughter, Abigail, begging for a lift because she's missed the bus into town. In other words, as an integral part of the mundane, everyday stuff of family life that's bound to turn any woman's passions to stone. There are two sides to me, and they're diametrically opposed. One is a devoted wife and mother who loves her family very much. The other, a sexually voracious woman who is addicted to the thrill of sleeping with someone new. Andrew and I have been married for 20 years. I've been unfaithful to him 8 times during the past 14 of them. As far as I'm aware, my husband doesn't know about any of these other men. Thank God. Because as much as I love Andrew and want to be with him, I'm as hooked on illicit sex as a chronic smoker is to their cigarettes. Like the eternal quitter, each time I fall into bed with a man who isn't my husband, I vow it will be the last. Only it never is. I was interested to read a serially unfaithful husband writing in this newspaper about how a lack of sexual attention from his wife since their children came along keeps pushing him into the arms of other women. He complained that raising kids is dull, that the necessary household chores he dutifully undertakes are only tolerable if he gets to enjoy a satisfying sex life. His wife, who he said takes no notice of him, isn't delivering between the sheets. She's to blame, he claimed, each time he goes looking for passion elsewhere. Only a man could turn his own selfish acts of betrayal into the fault of the people who would be most hurt if they came to light. In this case, his family. My first thought was, women have affairs too, you know. My second is that I hope his wife is so distracted by her own lover that she can't be bothered to show any concern over what her husband might be getting up to. After all, she probably needs a bit of excitement to take the edge off having to unload the dishwasher for the umpteenth time. 2. I take full responsibility for my own indiscretions. I enjoy the sex life I share with my husband. We make love once most weeks, which is enough to nurture a sense of intimacy. If my similarly aged friends are anything to go by, Andrew, who's an electrician, and I are both 44, that's more than most. We're also emotionally close. But even if our marriage was distant and sexless, it still wouldn't be his fault that I stray. It's a choice I make despite knowing that if he or Abigail, 18, were ever to find out, it would break their hearts. I feel guilty, but not enough to stop. I sleep with other men purely for the frisson of excitement it injects into an otherwise ordinary and perfectly tolerable life. Whenever Simon tells me he needs me, I know lost laundry is the last thing on his mind. I don't ever want to leave Andrew, but I find the idea of only ever sleeping with him for the rest of my life utterly depressing. I feel guilty, but again, not enough to stop. As it is, he doesn't know as far as I'm aware about any of these betrayals, although I think he had his suspicions when I embarked on the first back in 2008 when Abigail was 4. Like the well-worn cliché, it was with a younger M.